What is happening? Hope you're having an incredible day, and hopefully I can make it just a little bit better. I wanted to jump on here and record a quick video talking about leadership skills. Okay, now I look at obviously different companies. I work with different coaching programs, different agency owners, and I've seen this trend time and time again play out. For the ones that really push through, for the ones that really make it, they don't have a new sales funnel. They don't have a new script. They don't have a new way to fulfill on product. Like, yes, they have uniqueness. Yes, they have unique mechanisms and all that fun stuff. And they have some of the standard processes that they need to have to be able to sell at the highest level. But the one thing that is the highest leverage thing out of all of those things is actually freaking leadership skills. Now, who would have thought? Who would have thought leadership skills would be so important as you're scaling a business? Well, quite frankly, most people, when they start their businesses, it's like they only have one coach, one mentor. They've only read a couple of books. Maybe the coaching program that they went through just also didn't have the best leadership. So it's like you can't be mad at people nowadays for not having the best leadership skills. And this past week I've been showing up for this one agency, and I know I keep referencing them, but it's a good friend of mine, and we're doing well. And we had some new changes this past week, and I showed up and I was fully just like turning the culture around on the sales team. And one of the biggest things that I noticed is that as much as I could sit here and tell you, the exact word track I use to hold team members accountable to a higher standard, if I could tell you the exact way to go about tough conversations, or what I'm thinking in my mind when I'm leading a team to really get amazing results, I'm talking about predictable sales. I'm talking about just better team morale. I'm talking about them taking notes, showing up more, actually working harder, working longer hours. I wish I could tell you that it's like one script or one thing. In reality, what it is, and it's the underlying like root cause of it all, and that is they have to show up as a high performer. So I won't sit here and start preaching to you about getting up and hitting routines and working on personal development. But one of my mentors, Brendon Burchard, the founder of Ultra, this private mastermind around high performance, personal development, leadership, just all this stuff. I mean, he's just an absolute legend in the space. And he talks about in his app Growth Day, their mission is make personal development a way of life for every single person on the planet. And it's so inspiring because I know right off the bat, I can tell you that a leader has gone stagnant, or they've gotten bitter, or they've hit their plateau in growth whenever they've stopped working on the fundamentals and basics that they used when they first got into the industry, or sometimes they were never just exposed to high performance habits. And he has a great book called High Performance Habits. If you want to get on Growth Day, his app, absolutely incredible app. I'll link my affiliate link in the YouTube comments here, or the bio here. I don't plan on getting rich off of it, but if it can help you out, and if you can get on there, go through the Daily Fire, go through the 5 to Thrive, some of the amazing leadership masterclasses that he has in there. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible stuff. And so what I'm sharing here is that I, like this past week, and even with my other coaching clients, one of the things that I realized is that if I can get my team, if I can get the people so bought in on becoming the best version of themselves through sleep, through routines, through organization, through career, through profession, through finances, through faith, even all the way to how they need to show up with more presence with their family, by me pouring into them and giving them live examples that are showing up in my life and breakthroughs that I've learned from going through different high performance masterclasses and learning from different coaches, then that's the greatest gift they can ever ask for. Because most people don't care about what you say, they care about how you make them feel. And there's this underlying, I call it like, it's emotional EQ, right? At the end of the day, when you're talking to team, when you're talking to your A players, when you're talking to the team members and you're trying to get them to show up more, there's this like emotional EQ. You have to be aware of how they feel. And there's obviously the golden rule is treat others how you want to be treated. And then the platinum rule is treat others how they want to be treated. But I go back to this point here, which is, how do you actually get people to show up? Well, you got to be sold on why high performance is even something for them. So like, instead of talking to your team on the next word track to use on the sales script, talk about how they should be showing up better in their daily lives, how they should be taking notes better, how they should be internalizing information, how they should be showing up with the positive mindset and gratitude and willingness to show up and work on themselves every single day. Sell them on that, because they immediately, what you'll notice with people is when you start pouring into them and you start pouring in high performance and personal development into their life, they shift, and their mindset, it just completely transforms. Meaning they're more willing to hear feedback on the actual, on the employee side of things. Like, they're willing to hear your feedback on how they can get better, because the underlying like condition that we're solving for them is just getting them open to personal development, getting them open to high performance. And so when they're open to that, they're open to a lot more feedback. They're open to a lot more stuff. I mean, that's why I'm a part of this Ultra Mastermind here. I'm wearing the shirt, repping the merch here, out on a beautiful walk in my neighborhood. But all of this to say that when you have one team member and you have one person on your team, you can pour into that one person. And there's a level of emotional EQ that you can have to that person. But guess what? When you hire 5 team members, 10 team members, when you have departments that have to co-collaborate and intermingle with each other, and you can't have that same one-to-one EQ, I call it the emotional EQ complexifies. Sounds crazy, but it gets more complex. And where people struggle, where leaders struggle, is they stop asking themselves questions like, well, how do I get my team to talk and interact with each other better? How do I get my team more autonomous? How do I have them to take more ownership on certain things? How do I have them work harder? And it goes back to, well, how much high performance personal development are you pouring into them? It's so crazy. It's a crazy concept, right? Like, who would have thought? Who would have thought that, for you to help your team show up better, you just have to get them more bought in on personal development. And that, and this is the last question that I'll pour into you if you're watching this video here, is like, anytime you want to see, anytime you want to get a direct feedback on how your team's showing up, just put a mirror up in front of yourself. Just look at yourself. Are you showing up as that kind of person that actually is working on yourself? Are you even pouring into yourself for personal development? Are you reading books? Are you trying to get expert feedback? Are you trying to go through and show up better for your team? Because if not, then just show me the founder and I'll show you the mirror reflection of how their team's showing up. Literally point blank, period, no ifs, ands, or buts. That's exactly how I can audit immediately why a company is not performing. Show me their leader and show me how much time they spend outside of the business actively trying to do personal development, high performance, and more importantly, just understand how to show up better in their life to then be able to show up better in business. If you can't show me that, then I'll show you a stagnant company, or a company that isn't happy with their numbers, or a company that maybe is getting good numbers but doesn't actually love showing up every day. Because what's the point of doing all this, of starting your company, starting your marketing agency, starting your business, if you're not going to have fun? I'm trying to go for a walk right now, maybe hit the beach in a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. It's a Friday. I go to the beach tomorrow on Saturday. But I say all that because I want this to just be one reminder for someone out there. If you're watching this and you're like, man, why isn't my team not showing up at the highest level? Why are they not actually responding to our clients quick enough? Why are they not responding to our leads fast enough? Why are they not on time? Why are they not working extra hours? Is it okay for me to tell them to work extra hours? Yeah, for sure. But they'll get way more open to working extra hours when you pour into them and show them how to show up just better as people. And pour to people, guys, pour into them, pour your heart and soul into them, encourage them, cheer them on, be their biggest fan, be your own biggest fan, and some of the best, because you're only a couple good growth day sessions away, a couple good personal development books away, a couple more new habits away from having a totally different life than the one you got right now. An ultra life, baby. Come on, get after it. Crush your week. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.